So you and your girlfriend just broke up. What are you going to do next? I look at it like two different paths. There's a positive way to go about it, and there's a negative way to go about it. Most guys find themselves in the negative path, but I'm gonna help you today follow this positive path so you come out of this breakup a better, more successful, and more capable man. Welcome to the Sophisticated Man YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video if you like topics like this. The reason I even bring up this topic is because I had a recent breakup in my own life, and I wanted to share that with you guys, what I've learned through that situation. So if you've been following along with me in my previous videos, I talked a lot about my girlfriend at the time. We had about a 7 to 8 month relationship, and to be honest with you, that was my longest relationship I've had with somebody in my life. It was a massive learning lesson. I had great memories. We shared a lot of great moments together, but ultimately I had to break up with her because there just wasn't a lot of alignment. Now normally that's not the reality for most guys. Most guys are getting broken up with. So me being the one to do the breaking up, it just kind of gave me a position of like, damn, I'm really starting to understand what my value is and where my standards lie. And unfortunately, me and her just didn't align on those standards and our values and the way we looked at the world. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not enemies. She actually still messages me and wishes me well. We're very cool with each other. We're not friends, but we're friendly with each other, if that makes sense. Even when you're doing the breakup yourself, it's still difficult because you're used to this person being around all the time. You're used to spending a lot of energy and attention towards one person. You guys do things together, you build a bond. It's normal to feel a little bit of a loss when that person isn't around anymore. And for the first month, that's basically how I felt. You know, I didn't feel very good about myself. I started to get back into my bad habits, my bad routines. I was slacking in the gym already because, well, she didn't really go to the gym, and that influenced me to not want to go to the gym and start to eat more unhealthy. Not that I'm blaming it on her, but that influence was definitely real. It's still my fault and my decisions. You can see how being with someone who isn't compatible affects your lifestyle if you're trying to do something as a man. But that's, again, why you have to be solid to not let that affect you. So you actually influence her in a positive way. I was losing all the progress that I made with strength, with nutrition. I started to eat less and less consistently. I started to not go to the gym as much as I normally would. It just felt really lackadaisical. Started to get into bad habits again. Masturbation started to creep back up. Started watching a little bit of pornography again. This stuff started to creep back into my life. So I had to make the conscious decision to either wallow in my self-pity and be miserable and just dive right back into my bad habits, or to actively work on myself, get back on track, and actually maintain a healthy lifestyle. Obviously the choice was easy for me. We broke up about 3 or 4 months ago, so this is relatively still recent, but in the first few months, that was all I did, was focus back on myself, what I needed to do to get back to being the sophisticated man, you know, being my ideal version of myself. I got back in the gym. I started eating healthier again. I was tracking my macros. I'm definitely not where I want to be yet physically. I'm still working through that. Just actually had a recent setback again because I had a back injury. That is a whole other discussion. But either way, I'm getting back into good routines. I'm walking more. I'm reading books again. I wasn't doing that for a while. I'm getting way more focused into my content. I'm way more diligent with the editing, how I go about doing things. I'm obviously posting still daily on Instagram and on TikTok, but I'm just more focused on the content, more focused on the business. Not that I wasn't before, but my focus is even more into the things that I'm doing because I don't have a girlfriend now to, you know, more or less distract me from the things that I'm doing. And that is the #1 thing that I recommend that you do if you are experiencing a breakup right now. You've gone through a breakup in the past. Maybe you've never gone through a breakup before. Either way, this is the way that you need to approach a breakup. Focus on yourself, dude. Focus on getting better because now you have the opportunity to dial back into your purpose, to dial back into the things that you're trying to build as a man. Learn more, do more, become more in that time that you are separated. Most guys fall into the trap, and this is the negative path. They delay any pain or any emotions that they have been going through, and that's actually something I missed. You have to let yourself feel what you're feeling. And if you're sad, you want to, go for a walk, get your emotions out of you, you have to. You have to let that out. Otherwise, you're only going to hold on to that. It's going to manifest in other ways into your life. And then the next girl that you get into a relationship with or you bring into your life, you're going to carry that over into her. It's a messy situation. You don't want to do that. Heal your traumas, do what you're supposed to do, and do the deep inner work that helps you heal yourself. The second thing that they do is they get right into another relationship, or they start hooking up with random women. They don't have any care in the world. They go right to the bars, right out with their friends, and they look for a bunch of casual random hookups. That is the worst thing that you can freaking do. And even women do this too. It is not a good thing, because all that's doing is looking for something to fill that void in yourself that you feel incomplete. It's not gonna make you feel any better. It's not gonna make you forget that other person. Trust me, I've done this before in the past where I got broken up with, immediately started hooking up with girls. It did not feel satisfying. It did not feel fulfilling. In fact, it made me feel even worse about myself and made me think about her even more, to be honest with you. I know it's tempting. I know your friends might tell you, hey bro, fuck that bitch, let's go to the bar, let's get these new girls, you ain't even gonna think about her. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Most guys don't know how to consciously self-regulate and heal the things they need to heal. Take time away from dating, take time away from going out to get yourself right. That is the most important thing that you can do as a man. It's delaying the inevitable pain that you were trying to avoid with the breakup. That's all it's doing. Smoking a pound of weed with your boys or drinking bottles and bottles of liquor is gonna make you feel better. It's numbing your senses. And then guys get into this negative self-loop and they start bad talking their ex. Like, oh, she wasn't hot anyway. Oh, you know what? The sex wasn't even good. Or, yeah, she did this. She's weird, this and that. And they bad talk their ex to their friends or the people that they know. This is another bad thing to do, because what does that say about your integrity? The things that you shared in that relationship you're going to openly talk about now because you're not together. That's not very high character. And God forbid any of that stuff you're saying gets back to your ex and she hears about you talking about her in that way. It's not a good look. And then let's say in the future, if you start talking to another girl, she hears the way that you talk about your ex. She says, wow, he seems very bitter and angry. She's not going to want to get into a relationship with you or talk to you seriously, because she sees how you handle yourself when stuff doesn't work out. You're not very mature. Why would she want to get involved with you? So think about that the next time you want to bad talk your ex, talk about all these nasty things about her and just, put dirt on her name, because somehow that will come back to bite you in the ass. The best thing that you can do are the things that I mentioned. You get focused back on yourself. Don't delay the pain that you're feeling, the hurt that you're going through. Let yourself go through that. Once you heal yourself, once you feel great about where you're at emotionally, move on to your work. Get back to your purpose. Get back to building things. You're not gonna dive into these negative habits like drinking, smoking, partying, all this stuff, because you're focused back on your purpose. That is your direction. Spend time alone. Spend time by yourself to really get clear with how that relationship ended. Learn what you have to learn and move forward with them, because absolutely every relationship you have is an opportunity to grow. You're gonna learn something from it, and take that lesson, because if you're not learning it, it's going to happen in your life again and again and again until you do eventually learn it. What I also recommend, is something I just did actually the other day, is create an ideal woman sheet. So list everything you want in a relationship, everything you want in a woman. What are some green flags? Does she like to go to fitness? Is she into spiritual growth? Does she like to read books? Is she nurturing, feminine? Like, what are the qualities that you want? Get as specific as you can. Literally make a whole page worth of ideal qualities and traits you're looking for, and then highlight the top 10 or the most, like, you absolutely need these, otherwise you're not going to get into a relationship. On another column in the same sheet, create a list of all the red flags that you don't want in a relationship. Find out exactly what that is for yourself. Again, fill up an entire page worth, and then highlight the top 10 absolute deal breakers that if she has one of these, you just can't be in a relationship with her. It's a no-go. Take that from the lessons and the things you learned from your past relationship. Stuff you liked about your ex-girlfriend, things you didn't like about her. That's gonna give you so much more insight and more clarity around the next girl that you can attract, and having this written down will actually help you attract her even faster, because then you'll notice her more in real life. When you get a new car, you just start noticing a new car everywhere on the road. The reality is that car was always there, but now you're just paying more attention to it because now you have that car. It's called your reticular activating system. So that really, in a nutshell, was what I've been doing this whole time through my breakup. I hope you take this information and learn what to do and what not to do after going through a breakup. A lot of guys fall into this negative what not to do category. Don't be that guy, because you're only delaying your growth and your development. Do the things that I laid out. Trust me, you will be much more capable, much more confident, in a much more better place to attract a higher quality relationship to you the next time you go about doing so. If you're going through a breakup right now, or you've dealt with one in the past, maybe you've never gone through a breakup in your life, this information is going to be valuable for you, because they say that a smart man learns from his own mistakes, a wise man learns from others' mistakes. So take it from me, take it from my experience and my mistakes that I've made. This will help you out. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. Obviously, comment your thoughts down below, what you thought, what you want me to talk about more on this channel. You know what to do if you want to work with me personally. Coaching link is down below for a free consultation. And that's the video, guys. Hopefully you gained value from it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Can't wait to talk to you in the next video. Let's keep churning out these YouTube videos. I want to do again at least once a week, and we'll get this thing rolling again, baby. Remember, man, at the end of the day, everything truly does start with you. Peace out, man.